Hey, today you are watching Superhuman Channel. I'm your host, Todd Smith, aka Man's Avenger. Hey, I just want to share this brief news, today, this evening, what I just, saw a couple of hours ago. I just recently saw PlayStation Experience live on YouTube. And man, I'm here to tell you, man, this is the most wonderful conference, going to 2016. I'm gonna share as much as I can, and then I'm gonna try to cram so much information and so much time, what I get out of the conference. I give a conference, an A plus in this conference, not because they are Sony, because how they actually turn around and press all, the games that, a lot of us was thinking about. My game is Uncharted 4, and they actually showed the trailer of Uncharted 4, and between Nate and his brother, that he haven't seen so long, and that's what really drew me, beginning this press conference. Another thing that they showed, this is number 2. I'm not a big fan of Final Fantasy, but I love Final Fantasy 13. I love the character, Lightning and the rest of the other characters in the game. But Final Fantasy 7, they actually had gameplay, and the game looked beautiful. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not a big fan of playing the game, but I love the graphics that they had done in this game. They really, nailed it to bring it from the PS1 platform to the PS4 platform, and this looked, awesome, man. I'm just really amazed how they did the graphics. This PlayStation conference, was way better than the Video Game Award conference. Because, why I say Video Game Awards, because at the end, some, incident that happened that, I don't want to pronounce his name wrong, but I'm a big fan of Metal Gear, so because I give this guy all respect, but I would not pronounce his name wrong. He didn't show up to get his reward, that was a little disappointing, so I'm glad I didn't saw, all Video Game Awards. I'm glad I missed it. I couldn't tune in when I, try to watch the live show, but on YouTube with the PlayStation Experience, I was able to catch a lot, and even though I had to, tend to a lot, but I'm very happy me and my co-host was talking about this, able to see Tad Price. Tad Price, who over Insomniac Games, who actually created Ratchet and Clank. He finally made an appearance. And I ain't saw him, a long time since I think since Resistance. Resistance 2, 3. I think it was on the 3rd installment or handheld the last time I saw Tad Price. And that really excited me that I see Tad Price again. Who helped, created Insomniac Games. That showed a little hope that Sony still had this guy with them. It's just things just was happening, man. It's just like Micronauts. People, Micronauts, once was on the Xbox, finally make it over to the PS4 platform. It seemed like the favor of third party is actually turning to Sony's favor now. And this is really gonna boost their sales, put them in the green, then going down to the red. So Sony this time, they really did a good job with this press conference. They did good at E3, and I'm gonna still say that before, and I say it again. They show a little trailer of Final Fantasy 7, but this time they actually showed gameplay, and man, you can't argue with that. And then if you turn around and then look down at this press conference and say, oh, they just this and that, you just hating, man. I'm just saying, you just hating. Because Microsoft come out with some good stuff too, and I give kudos to them. But man, give Sony credit. Give Sony they do, man. They actually brought that game, and it look good. And even though the game had, more time to get developed, it's gonna look more better than you could ever imagine. But they didn't brought out the Final Fantasy, I think Final Fantasy 15, 16, whatever it is. There's so many Final Fantasies out there, but they haven't brought that out. Well, which, in the past it's supposed to have been Versus, but they never have brought it out, because the game is finished. They just polishing up the game. I wonder how long this game is. I bet that's a long game. I bet it's more longer than Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 13 is a long game, but I believe Final Fantasy Versus, I still call it that, gonna be more longer than that. I don't like the songs and all that old type of stuff, but I like the gameplay of the game, and I hope this character, you know, maybe has an outfit, different outfits, but it's stuff that I like about the game and something that I didn't like about the game, you know, Final Fantasy Versus. But far than graphic wise, I give a thumbs up, man, you know, and I give kudos. I'm happy, and what I was planning on what I was thinking in my mind, how PlayStation experience would turn out the conference, it's really a dream came true for me. It turned out wonderfully. It came out beautiful, and man, I can't even complain about all that, you know, at all. I can't complain about it. But thank you all for you watching. Leave your comments, leave your thoughts, your aftermath, what you thought about PlayStation Experience 2015. You know, whether it's negative, positive, whatever you think about it, you know, share your comments and leave your thoughts, what you think about it. You know, what we do on Superhuman channel, we share your news feed. All kudos to Sony. Sony, keep up the good work. You've been doing it. Hey, can't hate on you. You know, thank you, man, for being part of my life coming up. My name is Todd Smith, aka Master Avenger. Thank you all for you tuning in. Peace.